This morning, as we would seek to pray, and as you ponder your situation, I'm in Psalms 94. It says, I'm reading from the New Living Translation. It says, joyful are those you discipline, Lord, those you teach with your instructions. You give them relief from troubled times until a pit is dug to capture the wicked. Lord will not reject his people. He will not abandon his special possession. Judgment will again be founded on justice, and those with virtuous hearts will pursue it. Who will protect Percival from the wicked? Who will stand up for Percival and Minette against the evildoers? Who will stand up for the simple Jamaican man from those who seek to perpetuate evil against him? Listen what he says. Unless the Lord had helped me, unless the Lord had helped me, I soon would have settled in silence off the grave. I cried out, I am slipping, but your unfailing love, O Lord, supporting me. When doubts filled my mind, your comfort gave me renewed hope and cheer. Can unjust leaders claim that God is on their side? Leaders who decrees permit injustice? They gang up against the righteous and condemn the innocent to death. But the Lord is my fortress. My God is the mighty rock where I hide. God will turn the sins of evil people back on them. He will destroy them for their sins. The Lord our God will destroy them.
Reading from
Psalms 94.
chapter 94, all of it, or just some select verses?
Yes, from 12 to 18. And here it is, that the writer is looking on and him say, wow, look like I'm in some serious trouble. But the question isn't in it, are you the righteous? Because the wicked man can't pray them kind of prayers there and ask for God to vindicate him in the situation. He felt hopeless.
But you know the beauty of it,
Yes.
Percival, is that any one of us who wants to can qualify for that prayer.
I know.
So, I mean, are you the righteous is, I guess, a question you pose to see what you need to do.
Yes.
To qualify for that prayer.
Move forward.
And I mean, even I think about persons who know they sailed far from the course and they want to get back on course, even as they're in the middle of a storm. It's good to know that as long as you have breath, you have met the first criteria
for help. Yes.
The first of so it's just recognizing, okay, so I'm righteous in this minute now. I'm pleading the righteousness of Christ because I know that I can have someone intercede for me and just coach me back to that place where I can safely put myself under the coverage of Psalm 94.
I like it when doubts fill my mind, because some of the times you might be wondering, oh boy, it looks like, you ever heard they say, me dead now? Some people have been in situation, and when they see like a car accident and all of what is there, and some of them miraculously saved. Yeah, that was their last thought. Oh boy!
Even if you are a drunk driver, who fell asleep at the wheel, or you're a tired mom who fell asleep at the wheel, or you're a crazy teenager who stole the car and went for a joyride.
Yes.
It really doesn't matter who you are. I don't know. I feel like it's necessary to emphasize that point because a lot of times persons miss the opportunity to be blessed or to be included in the blessing because you disqualify yourself.
Right.
You, through ignorance, lack of knowledge, don't know how to bring yourself into the place where you are equally entitled. And that's another thing that I really love about this journey. When you enter into that place of grace, you are equally entitled to the people who you found there waiting, or whatever their condition might be. It's not just for the pastor who has walked the straight and narrow all his life, or for those who, or for the innocent who never made a wrong turn. When you arrive there, you get the same absolute treatment.
That is why I could say the Lord is my fortress. Go in there. My God is the mighty rock where I hide. That's 22. That's so interesting. When Jesus, he gave this parable of this man needing people to work in his vineyard.
That's exactly what came into my mind.
And some started at the
early hour of the day.
And some started just before it was
1 hour. They did 1 hour work.
Right. And then pay time come. So those who started early say, well,
they collect their wage.
And then they see the person who come in want to get the same wage. And they start complaining. And they say, hello. That's what you agreed to work. And because I'm the person who determines
I'm the one giving. Yes. I'm the one making the payment.
Sovereign God is saying.
Yes, the sovereign God says, if I want to give my money generously to your undeserving brother, did you not get what you bargained for?
Yes. Yeah.
Isn't that what our understanding, my covenant with you says? I do this for you, you do that. You've done it, I've done my part. Why are you looking over there into your neighbor's pocket to say, but he didn't tolerate as much hot sun as I did? Which is an all too human complaint.
And it speaks to attitudes that we have in terms of just being grateful. Earlier in my journey, one of the things the Lord indicated to me in Hebrews, it says, being surrounded with such a great cloud of witnesses. He says, run the race that is set before you. And my thoughts went to run the race, which means that for every single one of us, there's a race that we will run, that you have to run, that has been set before you. And you have to focus on your race. I can't focus on Minute's race and what is happening because Minute has been so empowered to run her race. But a lot of times we get into challenges and problems by looking at the other person in the race. Have you ever seen a race? This is an actual athletics, like somebody run 100 meters. And you begin to focus on the man next time. What happens?
You trip up in your
lose focus. You drift into the other person's lane. You cause all different kind of things. But if you focus on what you are called to do,